Right then, Blades, brace yourselves, because what I'm about to share with you today could define the rest of our season. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, smash that subscribe button right now and join thousands of Sheffield United supporters who get the latest Blades news first. Hit the bell icon too, because you won't want to miss a single update during these crucial weeks ahead. Today's episode is absolutely packed with three massive stories that every single Blade needs to hear. We're talking potential player departures that Chris Wilder's already planning, the very real threat of relegation staring us in the face, and some harsh truths about transfers that we all need to accept. This is going to be raw, this is going to be honest, and this is the reality check our club desperately needs right now. So stick with me through all three stories. Drop a like if you're backing the Blades through thick and thin, and let's dive straight into the first bombshell. Right? Here's where it gets serious. Chris Wilder's already drawing up his hit list for January. The Gaffer's wasted absolutely no time since returning to Bramall Lane for his third spell in charge. He's been crystal clear with the owners, stating publicly that I know who takes us forward and who doesn't. That's not mincing words, is it? That's a manager who's seen enough in just for matches to know exactly which players aren't up to the fight we're in. And make no mistake, we are in a relegation battle. 3 points from 9 matches. Bottom of the championship. This isn't the promotion push we all dreamed about back in August. This is survival mode, and Wilder knows it. So who's on the departure list? According to Jimmy from the Blades Ramble, our trusted fan pundit, 3 names are standing out: Louis Barry, Tyler Bindon, and perhaps most surprisingly, Ben Godfrey. Let's start with Barry and Bindon. Both were Ruben Sells signings, weren't they? Barry came in on loan from Aston Villa with big expectations after impressing at Hull City last season. Bindon arrived from Reading, another player who worked with Sells before. Under Sells' brief and disastrous reign, Barry started all 5 championship matches, whilst Bindon featured in the first 4. But here's the telling bit. Since Wilder came back, Barry's barely seen the pitch, coming off the bench twice and sitting unused for the other 2 matches. Bindon, not a single minute of action. The writing's on the wall with those two. They're Sells boys in Wilder's squad, and when you're fighting relegation, sentiment doesn't pay the bills. Both are lone players, and so shipping them back to their parent clubs in January won't even cost us a penny in compensation. It's the easiest bit of business Wilder will do. But here's where it gets really interesting, and this one might shock you. Ben Godfrey. Remember all the excitement when we signed him on loan from Atalanta, a Premier League quality defender, someone who played for Everton at the highest level. On paper, it looked brilliant, but the reality? He's barely featured, started Wilder's first match back, then disappeared for the next 3 due to personal reasons. Fair enough, life happens, we all understand that. But Jimmy raises an absolutely crucial point about Godfrey's situation. The lad's on £75,000 per week. Let me say that again, £75,000 per week. That's 40 grand more than anyone else in our squad. And right now, we've got a settled back 3 of Ben Mee, David Tomnanga, and Mark McGuinness, who've started together in Godfrey's absence. So here's the question Wilder and the board have to ask. Is it worth paying that astronomical wage for a backup defender when we're skint in fighting relegation? Or could that money be better spent elsewhere in January, bringing in players who actually fit Wilder's system and mentality? The brutal truth is this. Wilder didn't sign any of these 3 players. He inherited a squad built for someone else's vision, and now he's got to reshape it in the middle of a crisis. That document he's sending to the owners isn't just about January signings. It's about clearing out the deadwood, freeing up wages, and bringing in his type of player. The type who'll run through brick walls, who understands what it means to wear that Sheffield United shirt, right? Here's where I need your input. Blades fans, would you keep Ben Godfrey for the rest of the season despite his massive wages? Or cut our losses in January and use that money elsewhere? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this is a massive decision that could shape our entire campaign. And if you're enjoying this breakdown, hit that like button now. It genuinely helps the channel reach more Blades supporters who need to hear this. Now, let's address the elephant in the room that none of us wanted to talk about back in August. Relegation to League One is becoming a very real possibility. There, I've said it, and I know that hurts to hear, but we've got to face facts. Sheffield United are bottom of the championship after 9 matches, 24th out of 24. We've collected just 3 measly points, 1 solitary win against Oxford United sandwiched between 8 defeats, 8 losses in 9 matches. The stats make for absolutely grim reading. Under Rumours, we lost all 6 championship matches without scoring a single goal. The man was sacked faster than you can say massive mistake, and rightly so. Then Wilder came back, and whilst there's been a tiny bit of improvement in performances, the results still aren't coming. We lost to Charlton in his first match back, beat Oxford for our only win, then immediately lost to Southampton and Hull. This isn't what any of us imagined after we came so close in the playoff final last May. Remember that? 14 minutes away from the Premier League. The dream was right there, and then it slipped through our fingers. We were supposed to bounce back this season, go again, finish top 2. Instead, we're in the relegation zone looking up at everyone else. So, what's gone wrong? Honestly, where do we even start? The summer transfer window was an absolute shambles. We brought in 14 new players. 14. That's more than half a starting 11. Key men left. Vini Souza, gone. Anil Ahmedhodzic, departed. Even Captain Jack Robinson moved on. And the replacements? They're either not performing or don't fit the system. The much-hyped AI-driven recruitment strategy? Not a single one of those data-driven signings has made any real impact in the championship. It's been a disaster. Then there's the managerial chaos. Wilder was pushed out after the playoff final despite getting us there. Sells came in with grand plans and new ideas, lasted 7 matches, and was shown the door. Now Wilder's back, trying to fix a mess he didn't create with players he didn't sign. The lack of stability has been absolutely poisonous. But it's not all doom and gloom, and this is important. So listen up. We're only 9 matches into a 46-match season. There's still time. History shows us that championship campaigns can turn around dramatically. Look at Nottingham Forest in 2021-22. They were 22nd in the table after 9 matches with just 5 points, only to more than we have now. They ended up getting promoted through the playoffs. It can be done. We've also got quality in this squad, even if confidence is shot to pieces at the moment. Gus Hammer is a top championship midfielder when he's firing. Michael Cooper's a solid goalkeeper. Japhet Tanganga brings Premier League experience. Danny Ings knows where the goal is. Ben Mee's been through relegation battles before at Burnley. The talent is there. It's just not clicking yet. And here's the thing about Wilder. If anyone can galvanize this group and get them fighting, it's him. He's done it before at this club. Twice, actually. He knows Bramall Lane inside out. He knows what Sheffield United DNA looks like. He's already identified who's not pulling their weight, and he'll ruthlessly sort it out in January. But, and this is a massive but, we need results fast. The next fixture is Watford at home this Saturday. That's a must-win match. Not a would-be-nice-to-win match. A must-win. 3 points against Watford could spark something. Get the crowd buzzing, get belief flowing through the squad, and suddenly things look different. On the flip side, if we keep losing, if we're still rooted to the bottom come January, then even Wilder's magic might not be enough. No team in championship history has avoided relegation after having 3 points or fewer from their first 9 matches. We'd be making history if we pull this off, and not the good kind. So here's my question for you, Blades faithful. Do you genuinely believe we can turn this around and avoid relegation? Or are we already into deep? Be honest in the comments, because we need to be realistic about where we are right now. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be covering every twist and turn of this survival battle, and you'll want to be here for all of it. Right? Now for the toughest conversation of all. We need to face the facts about what's coming down the line with transfers, and it's not pretty. Gus Hammer could be leaving. Our best player, our creative spark, the man who contributed 18 goals in the championship last season. He might be gone as early as January, and if not then, almost certainly next summer. Jimmy from the Blades Ramble didn't sugarcoat it when he spoke about Hammer's future. I think there's a big chance Gus leaves, possibly in January, and you know what? He's absolutely right. Because why would a player of Hammer's quality stick around if we're in a relegation scrap? Why would he waste his prime years fighting to stay in the championship when he could be playing Premier League football or even testing himself abroad? The harsh reality is that Hammer's form has completely fallen off a cliff this season. Just like everyone else in our squad, he's managed just 1 assist in 9 league matches. 1. For a player who was our creative hub, who we relied on for goals and assists week in week out, that's a shocking return. But here's the thing, it's not entirely his fault. You put world-class ingredients in a broken system, and even they'll fail to produce the goods. And this is where we need to be brutally honest with ourselves as Sheffield United supporters. Hammer staying doesn't solve our problems right now. He's not performing because the entire team isn't performing. The system's not working. The confidence has evaporated. Getting players playing to their actual ability? That's on Wilder to figure out, and fast. But let's zoom out for a second, because Hammer's potential departure is just one piece of a much bigger, much scarier puzzle. We're going to lose our parachute payments after this season. Those payments from our Premier League relegation, they've been keeping us afloat financially, allowing us to pay wages we otherwise couldn't afford. Come summer 2026, that money disappears, gone. And if we're not promoted by then, which looks extremely unlikely at this point, we're going to have to massively cut our wage bill. That means fire. Sales, plural, not just Hammer. We'll be looking at shifting multiple players on decent money just to balance the books. It's the harsh economic reality of championship football. When you haven't got parachute payments propping you up, Jimmy spelled it out perfectly. We have to face the fact that we're going to lose some important players. If not in January, certainly in the summer if we don't get promoted, which looks very unlikely that we're in that conversation at the moment. That's not negativity. That's not being a bad fan. That's accepting reality. And once we accept reality, we can actually deal with it properly rather than burying our heads in the sand. So what does this mean for January? Well, if Hammer does push for a move, we can't blame him. We genuinely can't. He's 28 years old. He's in his prime. He did his bit for us last season, playing brilliantly and nearly getting us promoted. If a Premier League club comes calling, or even a championship side in the promotion mix, he'd be well within his rights to explore that option. It's his career, his livelihood. But if he goes, we need to be smart with the money. No panic buying. No replacing him with 3 mediocre players on inflated wages. Wilder needs to identify exactly what this squad needs to survive this season. Bring in those specific players and nothing else. Quality over quantity. Players with championship promotion or relegation battle experience. Players who know what it takes. The bigger picture here is about squad restructuring for the long term. This summer's recruitment was clearly a shambles, throwing bodies at the problem without any real coherence. We brought in experienced heads like Ben Mee, Danny Ings, and Tanganga right at the death, which suggests someone finally realized we needed championship know-how. But by then the damage was done. Next summer, whether Wilder's still here or not, we need a proper plan. We need to accept we're probably a championship club for a whilst yet, build a squad fit for that level, and slowly, methodically work our way back up. No shortcuts, no AI algorithms replacing proper scouting, no managerial merry-go-rounds, just solid, sensible, sustainable football club management. Imagine if Hammer did come back. Would you want him to stay if it meant we couldn't strengthen other areas of the pitch? That's the kind of tough decision we're facing. Sentiment versus survival. And right now, survival has to win. Here's my final question for this story. If a Premier League club offered us £8 billion for Gus Hammer in January, would you take it and reinvest in 3 solid championship players? Or keep him and hope he rediscovers his form? Let me know in the comments and keep it respectful, because there's no right or wrong answer here. Make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on, because January is going to be absolutely mental, and we'll be covering every single rumor, every signing, every departure as it happens. So there we have it, Blades. 3 stories that paint a pretty stark picture of where we are as a football club right now. To recap, Chris Wilder's already planning his January cold with Ben Godfrey, Louis Barry, and Tyler Benden potentially on their way out. We're bottom of the championship, in genuine danger of relegation to League One, unless results improve dramatically and quickly. And we need to face the brutal economic reality that players like Gus Hammer could be leaving, either in January or next summer, as we lose our parachute payments and have to slash the wage bill. It's not what any of us wanted to hear at the start of this season. It's not the narrative we imagined back in May after that playoff final heartbreak. But it's where we are, and ignoring it won't make it go away. The good news, we've got Chris Wilder back, a man who bleeds red and white, who knows this club inside out, who's performed miracles at Bramall Lane before. If anyone can navigate us through this crisis, it's him. We've got to back him, back the players, and stick together as a fan base. No infighting, no turning on each other. United we stand. divided we fall, and that's never been more true than right now. Before you go, I need you to do 3 things for me. First, if you haven't already subscribed, hit that button now and turn on notifications. We're posting regular updates throughout this crucial period and you need to stay informed. Second, give this video a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm push our content to more Sheffield United fans who need to hear these honest conversations. Third, get down in the comments and let me know your thoughts on all 3 stories. Are you backing WILDER'S, Cole? Do you think we can avoid relegation? Would you sell Hammer in January? I read every single comment and I want to hear from you. Share this video with your fellow Blades as well, whether it's in your WhatsApp groups, on Twitter, on Facebook. Wherever Sheffield United fans gather, spread the word. We're all in this together, and the more informed we are, the better we can support our club through these dark days. Next video, we'll be breaking down the Watford match preview and what Wilder needs to do tactically to get that vital first home win. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Until then, keep the faith, keep backing the boys, and remember, we are Sheffield United. We've been through worse than this, and we'll come out the other side stronger. Come on, you Blades.